Welcome to this video. It's a brief video, short live feed. I just left a memorial service for a gentleman that I actually didn't even know was here for his sister, who's a dear friend of mine. And by all accounts, he was a beautiful human being. He is a beautiful human being. He passed away very young. Passed away at the age of 33 from a very aggressive brain tumor. And life isn't fickle. Life is something to be celebrated, and life is something of deep value. Life isn't limited or finite per se. Yes, our physical bodies, our carbon-based life forms are finite. But more importantly, our focus needs to be on the value of life, on the intricacies of life, of all the beautiful and wonderful ways we can celebrate life through our awareness and through our consciousness, on all the beautiful and intriguing and explorative ways that we can immerse ourselves into the fullness of life. And for me, what I took away from being here today, whilst there was a deep amount of sadness, and that's a natural and beautiful part of life without polarizing ourselves, is to also embrace and immerse ourselves in the sadness of what appears to be loss. But we can only gain when we allow ourselves to be full in our expression. And being at this memorial service, what I really got was, how can we live our lives fully? How can we live our lives in a whole way? How can we live our lives in a way that allows us to be so present that we maximize every opportunity, every experience, every relationship, every opportunity for learning and growth and teaching? How do we do that? And how do we do that in such a way that allows us to continue to expand ourselves and to value life for what it really is, and not take advantage of the finite seconds that we have, hi Julie, through this infinite, what appears to be this infinite stream of consciousness and awareness, this ability to know ourselves, this ability to know that we're knowing ourselves, this metacognitive being that we are. And there are so many layers, there is so much to who we are as people. And we often move through life not valuing life. You know, life wouldn't exist without death. That's the polarity of the world that we live in, the reality that we find ourselves in. Life wouldn't be life without the notion of death. And death is a beautiful thing. It is an opportunity for us to explore. It inspires us to go deeper within self. It allows us to be us in a way that it allows us to be in the mystery of life. It allows us to be in the mystery of unfolding every experience or every opportunity as it comes, being present to that. So many of us live our lives doing things, being and doing, in a way that doesn't really resonate with who we truly are, with what we truly wish to be, what we truly wish to do. And I ask you to just observe your experiences every day and ask yourself, am I really being true to myself? Am I being authentic? Am I living in integrity? Am I doing things that really stimulate me, that really excite me about life? Am I engaged in life in such a way that inspires me? Because if you're not inspired by life, then why are you living? Why are we living if we aren't inspired? And I get it, like, life's going to be tough, like tough challenges, difficulty, pain, fears that we experience. That can all be part of living in integrity. That can all be part of being excited about life, because the pain, the fear, the challenges, the arduous times that we experience, this stimulates a greater sense of self. We grow through challenge, and growth stimulates growth. It stimulates expansion. And that's just a natural part of life, right? But are we living doing what we love? Are we living being who we love? Are we expressing ourselves and communicating in a way that allows us to be fully connected to everything around us? And what is most important to us? Like asking ourselves, what is life about? Like, why am I here? What am I here to do? What am I here to be? And it's not about having answers. It's not about having a direct response to that. It's about going through the process of exploring why are you here, and aligning your experiences and your choices and your internal world, your feelings, your emotions, your mental faculties, your ability to assess and and observe what life is really about. You know, life is elusive if we don't pay enough attention to life, and if we do not pay enough attention to who we truly are. We wake up one day, many years later, asking ourselves, what the fuck am I doing? Who have I been? Instead of asking that question every day and ensuring that we are on track every day. We may not even know what the track is. We may have to move into a feeling state, just an embodiment. Like, let the body talk to us. Let the body tell us exactly what it is that we need. And it's not about having the answers. I definitely don't have the answers, but when we ask quality questions of ourselves, we live a quality life. So asking that question, am I really maximizing my time here? We all wish to be seen, we all wish to be heard, we all wish to be known for who we are, we all wish to reciprocate that in some capacity. We're pro-social beings. We rely on each other for our existence, for our flourishment, for us to thrive. So many of us live a very mundane life, a life that is not exciting, a life that is not truly blissful, that is not connected. It's not a life of depth and substance and richness and fulfillment. It's a life of mediocrity, and it's a life of abiding by the status quo. We're better than that. We're all better than that. We all have this great propensity and capacity to give our gift to the world, our individual yet connected collective gift to the world. So when we bypass fear, or rather, when we do bypass fear, we're polarizing ourselves. But when we submerge into fear, really go deep into our own fears of what's potentially stopping us from living a full life, we grow and we expand profoundly. And that is a beautiful place to be. That is an amazing place to be. And we're giving our gift to the world. We're allowing others to remember us and inspire others to live a full life as well as we are living. Imagine that. Imagine inspiring your fellow human being in your community, in your global family, to live a life that is theirs, because you are in authenticity. You are living in integrity. And there's an old question: is if we could live forever, would we get anything done? Would we accomplish anything? Would we live in any substance, or would we just be lazy? We wouldn't be motivated or inspired to be life and do life or understand life. I disagree with that. I feel that if we could live forever, if we could live for 100 or 50 years, 200 years, 500 years, it would inspire us to take more risks, to be more present, to know that we've got second, third, fourth, fifth, 28 chances at life to be the best version of ourselves. Just continue to explore. It's a journey of exploration in of itself, the intrinsic value of exploring that carries so much weight and power in our lives. And we clench onto this fear, this unconscious fear of death. So we remain safe in the mundane and what we know. But if we just stepped out of that knowingness, that safety, a place of security, excessive security, and traverse the unknown and traverse the mystery of life, and actually became enthused by that, imagine what life could be. Imagine what life would feel like, look like, be like. Imagine the relationships, the richness of relationships that we would have in our lives. Imagine living in that present moment, knowing that you are being a full version of self every time you are breathing. That's a big fucking wow for me. Yeah. Life. How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to feel about who you are? What legacy do you wish to leave behind? What legacy do you wish to leave to those that you love, to those that you care about, to your children, to those that mean something to you, to the community, to the global family? How do you want to be remembered? And this isn't coming from a place of ego. This isn't coming from a place of disorientation or disillusion. This is coming from a place of fucking impact. What type of person do you wish to be? How do you wish to live your life? What impact do you wish to make on your own life? What imprint do you wish to make on your soul or your heartscape or your mind or your being, the embodiment of who you are? What impact and imprint do you wish to leave in the lives of others, in the hearts of others? What is this legacy that you wish to leave behind? Are you living that? Can you honestly say you are being all that you can be every moment of every day? At least with that intention, to hold and carry that intention, because none of us are perfect, right? Or we are all perfect as well. We're perfectly imperfect and imperfectly perfect. How do you get into that space? Alaikum salam, brother. We breathe. We fall into breath, we connect to our physiology, we get into our bodies, and when we get into our bodies, we feel we're connected, we're present, and we can ask ourselves openly, are we here? Are we living the life that we want? Am I leaving behind what I want to leave behind? That's a saying, we're leaving behind, but it's not about leaving anything behind. It's about making an impact in the present moment. It's about imprinting our truth, our authentic nature, to inspire ourselves, our own journey, and to inspire others as well. Funerals, memorial services are a beautiful place to connect and get really fucking real with who you are. It's a beautiful place to begin to put life in perspective. In fact, any tragedy, any challenge is, hello Annette, hi Emma, and it's okay to call death a tragedy. It's also okay to call death absolutely beautiful, because we can learn and grow so much from it. I wonder if we allow ourselves to grow, and if we allow ourselves to embrace death and look at death and feel death from a perspective of truth, a perspective of opportunity, a perspective of what can I do now, who can I be, am I living my life in order to be of service to others and of service to myself? How would we then live life in relation to death? Because everything has a relating point, because we are relational beings. I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to say thank you for being here as always. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being you and living your truth, at least contemplating it, moving through the world with a particular intention. I'll leave you with this: what impact and what imprint are you leaving on the world every moment of every day? And sometimes it can be a confronting truth to encounter, to face, but it can be so beautifully revealing. Many blessings on your journey, and I'll see you again soon.